Elijah smoothed down his crisp white shirt, adjusted the knot of his tie, and checked his reflection in the bus window. Today was the day, the interview for the junior architect position at Sterling and Associates, one of the most prestigious firms in the city. He'd spent weeks preparing, pored over portfolios, and rehearsed every answer. This was his chance to break into the industry, to prove himself. The bus rumbled through the city streets, just a few stops away from the towering Sterling and Associates building. Elijah's heart pounded with a mix of nerves and hopeful excitement. At the next stop, the bus doors hissed open. An elderly man, impeccably dressed but clearly struggling, tried to board. He clutched a worn leather briefcase in one hand and a cane in the other, but his foot slipped on the top step. A collective gasp went through the bus as he stumbled, nearly falling backward onto the busy street. Most people looked away, murmuring to themselves or simply staring. The bus driver sighed, looking impatient. Elijah, however, didn't hesitate. Without a second thought, he sprang from his seat. "Sir, are you all right?" he asked, extending a steady hand. The old man, his face pale and a little dazed, gratefully accepted Elijah's help. "Just a bit clumsy in my old age, son," he mumbled, his voice raspy. Elijah gently guided him to an open seat near the front. He noticed a faint tremor in the man's hands as he tried to secure his briefcase. "Let me get that for you," Elijah offered, tucking the briefcase safely beneath the seat. "Are you sure you're not hurt?" No, just rattled," the man assured him, though he still looked a little shaky. "Going to a meeting." "Late, I'm afraid." Elijah glanced at his watch. His interview was in 15 minutes. He was going to be late too. More than late, probably miss it entirely if he stayed to ensure the old man was truly all right. He hesitated for only a moment. The old man still looked a bit disoriented. "Which stop are you headed to, sir?" Elijah asked. "I can help you off the bus." The man mentioned a stop several blocks further than Elijah's. It was the complete opposite direction of Sterling and Associates. Elijah took a deep breath. "No problem at all, sir. I'll make sure you get there safely." He missed his stop. He missed his interview. He stayed with the old man, making sure he disembarked safely, hailed a taxi for him, and even double-checked that the man knew where he was going. By the time he looked at his watch again, it was too late to salvage the interview. Disappointment weighed heavily, but a quiet satisfaction bloomed in his chest. He had done the right thing. Later that afternoon, a dejected Elijah was scrolling through job listings at home when his phone rang. It was an unfamiliar number. "Elijah Vance?" a crisp female voice asked. "This is Ms. Albright from Sterling and Associates. We're calling about your interview today." Elijah's heart sank. "Yes, I'm so sorry. There was an emergency and I couldn't make it. I understand if you need to reschedule or move on." "Oh, no need," Ms. Albright chuckled softly. "Mr. Sterling himself would like to speak with you." Elijah frowned. Mr. Sterling? The legendary founder and CEO? A moment later, a different voice, raspy but now firm and vibrant, came onto the line. "Elijah, David Sterling here." Elijah's blood ran cold. "Mr. Sterling? Sir, I apologize again for missing my interview." "Nonsense, son," Sterling boomed. "You were busy helping an old fool who almost took a tumble. I'm afraid I owe you a new suit jacket. Mine got a bit rumpled in the chaos." Elijah was speechless. He remembered the worn leather briefcase, the perfectly tailored suit, the mention of being late for a meeting. "You see," Sterling continued, "I like to take the bus sometimes. Keeps me grounded. And it showed me exactly the kind of man you are, Elijah. Anyone can build a skyscraper, but it takes character to stop and help a stranger when your own future hangs in the balance. We're not just looking for architects, Mr. Vance. We're looking for good men. My assistant will be in touch to schedule your second interview. With me. And this time, it's just a formality." Elijah hung up the phone, a wide, incredulous grin spreading across his face. He had lost an interview but found a future. The universe, it seemed, had a remarkable way of rewarding kindness.